Hey guys, it's your great aunt Susanna. I made you a casserole. Let me know when I can come by. I really want to give you that casserole. I worked hard on it and I got stinking organic yams for it. It cost me about $2 when the normal ones cost $1. Pesticides will they'll eat your brain.
Okay guys, so today we're back at it again with the beloved series Best and Worst of Contemporary. Now this involved 4 characters, so there isn't.
This is a huge scale to do. It's a big decision. We deliberated for about 21 days. And
well, we also just calculated the scores.
But we had a little flair to it. And by flair I mean how are we feeling that day? So, without further ado,
let the games begin.
Tenney. Where do you think she's gonna be? First, we have to do our normal little disclaimer. If your favorite doll is on here and she or he gets ranked badly, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. If your favorite doll is Tenney, I apologize.
The first category that we criticize dolls on is the names that they have.
Anyways, so it's their names. The name they were given at birth. And by birth, I mean
they're manufactured.
In a meeting of American Girl consultants, peoples.
They're like, what is their name?
Anyways, so we're gonna start the ranking. Probably not surprising. In fourth place, we have Tenney Grant with a score of 2.
Good old tendinitis, am I right?
Her name offers so many profound nicknames. Tennis court, tendinitis,
Tennessee.
It's unending and unceasing. And she really is just a country girl in a country world.
She is smooth as tinny whiskey and
she thinks that she's going to be a country musician, but we all know she's going to end up being a cashier at KFC.
But she's really Taylor Swift, guys.
So
she's living a double life.
That's her.
What did she
Next is far ahead of Tennessee Whiskey.
What did she get, 5?
Who got a score of 5, which is very average. Is Z Yang. I feel nothing towards this name.
Yeah, it really just...
Like, I'm trying hard to love or hate it, but instead I just feel this deep, deep indifference.
Like, what is this? Like, it's just so beautiful. It's just so poetic.
Huh? Anyways, I don't really feel any sort of strong emotion towards Z Gang. I think it's interesting, and it was a choice, and it's a choice that I have no opinion on. So I give her a 5.
Well, she had a 5. Yeah. So that's where she is. She's in 3rd place. Now, guys, keep in mind that like there's just 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st here.
So the top 2 they actually had a tie for a score. It was a tie for 6. The score was 6. So we decided,
the highest score was 6.
So
that's
we
great.
decided to make our choice, and in 2nd place we put Logan Grant. Good old
Logan Everett.
Oh.
We put...
Well, soon to be Logan Grant, am I right?
Yeah, you're right. They get married in their books. Don't you guys know that?
I thought Logan married a Wally Wisher in our world.
No, I forget. He married.
Oh, no, he married an Our
He married a lot of people. He was like got a beard and yeah. So
Logan gets a 6, and Logan, you know,
it's a dude's name.
They certainly did name him. You know what? For some reason, like, contemporary names, they don't excite me.
This one is just, like, I feel like
they don't stir my soul in any way.
I feel like his name is realistic. Like...
Yeah, he gets an extra point for being, like, realistic.
Like, you don't find no Tenney Grant on the street, but, like, Logan Everett, like, that sounds like a classmate or something. Like, they did good there, but it ain't hard. It's boy names, dude. Like... we've never had any, so.
Yeah, so contemporary names in general just don't excite me. But that means in first place is Gabriella Mcbride.
Woo! She was also a Girl of the Year.
Yeah, and you know what?
Now keep in mind that she had a score of 6, so that means that the top score of names for the contemporary line was 6, and that says a lot about the contemporary line.
It sure does. Anyways, moving on to the booty pageant.
Alright, guys.
Let's see all the cutie matooties. Who was the cutest of them all? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the cutest of them all? Not Tenney. Okay, guys, before we get into our ranking, I just want to acknowledge something while I think about this. Each one of these contemporaries' appearances is rooted in controversy. So, let's just get into it and we can discuss that further. So in fourth place,
we have Logan. And this was because of the fact that we did not appreciate that they just used a face mold, from Kaya's face mold.
And claimed that it was masculine. It's just like, very weird. It rubs me the wrong way.
I honestly find that to be wrong. I feel like they could have made a guy mold. You're making a guy doll. Why not make some new molds? Sort of like they have like the new Truly Me boys that have the like different faces slightly.
Yeah. Anyways, he rubs me the wrong way for that reason. So he got a score of 3. I'm not necessarily opposed to boy dolls. It's not my jam, but I support you if you do. So that's not the reason he's the bottom.
And it's not that he looks bad either.
No, he looks fine. It's just I have an issue with it, and every time I look at him, I can't get rid of that association. So he got a 3.
But he don't get me wrong, like he looks okay.
Logan is not that hot, but you know.
So
he's kind of got a baby face anyway.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
It's weird. Okay, guys, so the next, in third place is Tenney Grant. Now,
she got a score of 4.5. The longer I stare at her, the more, I don't know. She's controversial because of her everyone has such, extreme opinions about her appearance, whether it's that beautiful lobster claw of hers, or those beautiful ruby red eyes. Everyone has an opinion. But
it's also at the same time, sometimes I look at her and I'm like, she's kind of pretty.
Anyways, that's your personal issue.
I feel like that's when her eyes are closed.
That's your issue. I don't think she's absolutely, I'm gonna chuck her off a bridge. Well, that's a personal thing. I can see why some people like her. Me personally, I think she is, demonic. I think she's slightly, demonic, and her eyes still pierce my soul. Every single...
I see her.
No, every time I go to sleep at night, the last thing I see are those flaming red eyes. So, yeah.
Like fire!
Heck fire.
Gotta keep this kid friendly, guys.
I showed up at your party. Into second place, guys. The deciding one. Who's gonna be at the top? Anyway. Whoa. I don't know what that was. Anyways, in second place, we have the one, the only Z Yang with a score of 8. And she is riddled in controversy, don't you worry, because she is the exact doll that was
in the stop motion series when Z was just a character on like American Girl's like website on how to make stop motion.
Adding a mole on a cheek does not make her unique.
Adding a little
I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna get that as a tattoo.
That was beautiful. I love very poetic.
Yeah.
But like giving her slightly longer hair, putting it in like your pigtails, and then adding a little freckle thing on her cheek or whatever, like, bro, no.
Anyways,
but she's obviously gorgeous because that's
so pretty
obviously he's like we have Janelle, which looks really similar to her. You can see here, and
yeah. So, yeah.
Now remember, please remember that these dolls seen here are not the contemporary characters. Obviously, these are the
knockoff brands.
Yeah, the knockoff, the improved. I really think Logan improved with this.
Definitely.
His hair, hot.
Anyways, so that means number one, yet again, is our girl, our main girl, Gabriella Mcbride, with an 8.5, just barely ahead of Z. And, of course, she is riddled in her own controversy. She has entered the contemporary line after being the Girl of the Year. And what? How did she become the Girl of the Year? Oh, that's right. It's because there's no black Girl of the Years before her, and they hastily threw in a Truly Me.
Because Tenney was supposed to be Girl of the Year that year, and then Gabriella, they just threw her together real fast.
Anyways, they did a huge disservice to our girl,
because
Gabriella.
She is number, I think it was, 46 or something? I don't, one that they retired right before her release, hinting that...
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Anyways, they did...
But obviously she's gorgeous.
Yeah, they did a huge disservice to our girl, Gabriella, because she is such a beautiful doll. Is she a Truly Me? Absolutely. Is she still pretty? Yes, she is.
She is stunning, but she is also just was a Truly Me.
Our Truly Me sisters, Z and Gabriella, are in the top. Congratulations.
Yeah, because they're pretty Truly Me's.
Okay, so here is the decision where tears were shed. We fought until we were blue in the face.
Okay,
Shut up. Shots. Whoa. No, we just fought until we were blue in the face.
We shot each other.
We actually had to go to therapy because our relationship was just in complete and utter disarray over this decision, because we didn't know whether it was right to reverse the scores that we had made way back in the day, or to just honor those. But at the end of the day, we have to follow our heart, and we have to listen to the voice in our head, and we have to listen.
You have to remember, sometimes we make these like videos really late at night or something, or sometimes we're just like over caffeinated that day or something. You know, everybody makes mistakes. That's what Hannah Montana taught me.
So even though
some of these scores aren't exact, but they are pretty close.
So even though Logan got a 5, he is in 4th place.
Logan is in 4th place because he, indeed, out of all of these, has the smallest collection, so there is not enough to judge off of him. Like, that should just be there.
And then, even though Z originally had a 4, we're going to put her in 3rd place, just because while her collection is still very small and not that pretty, her collection is a bit bigger than Logan's. So, at the end of the day, that's what we decided to do.
Yeah. Which puts Tenney in 2nd place for the, collection.
And she also had a 5, which I think is fair. I think her collection's very hit or miss, but there are a couple of pieces in there that I would potentially consider.
I like some of her dresses. Like, they're kind of fun. Like,
so, yeah. And then, again, in 1st place is Gabriella. Yeah. Okay, with the 5.5. So as you can see, this whole collection thing was just very close. Again, very unimpressed with their collections.
Of course, though, Gabriella has an advantage given the fact that she was a Girl of the Year, so they wanted to add more pieces. So she just has the largest collection, and to be honest, her bed is pretty great in her celebration dress, and there's pieces in there that I love. She was a Girl of the Year, so I mean, she's got a Girl of the Year collection and in a contemporary line.
So, yep.
So, she is number 1 for the collection. Alright, guys, moving on to their stories. What makes them them? The story of their life.
None of them are really that good.
So, guys, in 4th place, we have our good friend, the thief, Logan.
Logan. He had a score of 4.
He was like a 14-year-old boy. He was cool.
Anyways, It's just really hard to rate him as a story because he is a story within Tenney's story.
He's a character. That's like a friend character, I guess. Like,
so he gets last place.
And speaking of which, how are we gonna do the best friend characters stories? Okay, we'll just have to dive into them, guys.
In third place, we have Z Yang. Oh, she was also a 4, except she has more pizzazzle and.
Well, she actually has a book. He doesn't. Yeah, he's just in a book.
She has a book.
She is her own.
But her story's not good.
Her story is really, really stupid.
In second place, we have Tenney, who, while her story is just completely unrealistic, at least it's entertaining, and like The Bachelor.
Yeah, exactly.
So that brings us to first place yet again is Gabriella Mcbride. I really think the execution of her story was overall not very good, but I see so much potential in her story, and I appreciate the conversation started around speech impediments and whatnot. Do I wish she was a dancer? No. But you do what you gotta do.
Alright, guys, it's all come down to this, guys. It's time. You guys have waited so long, and
you can probably already guess who's number 1, but I don't care.
Unless you don't know.
But you kind of do, but that's okay.
But in fourth place, we have the one, the only...
Tendinitis. Oh, Tendinitis Grant. Tendinitis Evangeline Grant.
Guys, she is just...
We all knew this was her destiny.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised with Logan being here. That's even its thing.
But we all
Are we sure that was right?
Yes, this is her fate. It was very close. She got a score of 4. And
now the best part is that in third place we have Logan, which
with a 4.5. Okay, so it's not that big of a difference. But at the end of the day, I think that Logan
not even a character. Like
he has more charisma.
He doesn't have that much of a collection at all. He has like drums.
Yeah, but you know what?
And it's a jacket.
It's a half point, and I don't really care to argue.
And it's because of like he just has a jacket.
Yeah, I just don't really care to argue. So
drums, but he just seems more personable. Like
so, we will not be debating this point. He gets third place. He seems better. In second place, with a score of 5.5, we have the one, the only
Suzanne Yang.
Suzanne Yang. She is average.
She was just a doll that taught you how to make stop motions, and then she became something very strange.
And that makes her average. Anyways, and in first place, the one, the only, Gabriella McFlurry. So, obviously, I think it's clear that she had an advantage because she was the Girl of the Year. I think she had a bit more development overall in all areas.
She had more books.
And she got a 6.75 overall, which I agree with. I think she's slightly above average. So, great for her. And I think that now is this time to digest the contemporary line. This collection, this line, this experience is a flaming hot piece of garbage. Whoever's idea it was to create this contemporary line should be expelled. Because Girl of the Year is, American Girl is now a school. But anyways, they should be expelled. They should be sent to the principal's office because this is just not it. This is not what anyone ever wanted. Just because you went through all this time making Tenney, you could have just thrown her out. Nobody wanted her anyways. You could have just gave her away to Goodwill.
And then you made Z a doll. And then you put Gabriella in here when she was done being Girl of the Year.
This line was just absolutely and completely, totally unnecessary. And it feels very money grabby to me. But
are they all retired?
I'm not so sure. But it was
not Tenney.
Yeah.
Is Tenney retired?
I don't know. But it's a weird phase. It was a weird time. It feels very money grabby. None of them are good.
Definitely more excited to see the new line that American Girl has talked about like a lot of dolls of color and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what that's gonna be really about. If they're even
But
like in America or
stay
like.
tuned
It
because
could
we
be
will
really
rank them
interesting.
too. Anyways, so that is our official ranking. I hope you don't get too mad at us, and
Actually, I don't care.
we don't really care if you do. Not that because we don't like
Just
care about
put
you.
all your rage in the comments below. We'd love to hear you guys.
Anyways,
so the next you a lot of you guys were asking about like what can you do from here with these best and worst here, and of course we're gonna figure out who the best friend is.
And then I think eventually we should rank the movies. I think that would be fun.
No, well, we are also going to be ranking the Truly Me's because, like I said, it would just be so funny to have like
the battle of the blondes,
the battle of the blondes, the battle of the brunettes.
So yeah,
like that's gonna be a good time. So I don't know which one you guys want to see first. If you guys made it to this part of the video, comment down below whether you want to see the
movies, Truly Me's, or best friend. This video is premiered and you see our ranking. We will be coming at you guys with the best and worst of the best and worst contemporary video, which will be great. The best and worst of the best and worst contemporary series, where we just compile all of these extra special moments, because guys, it really does feel like the end of an era, the end of a decade. None of these dolls were particularly special, but the memories we made along the way were
beautiful.
Bye.
Yeah, once again, please comment below whether you want to see the best friends first, the Truly Me's first, because I've been getting a lot of comments for both.
Smell you later. Bye.
Poopy.